You're welcome to Get Inspired with Albert Femi Oduole. It's a good day for miraculous expansion. God has been speaking to us throughout this month on the topic, how to be 10 times better. Daniel chapter 1 verse 20 said the Hebrew children were found to be 10 times better. The Bible made us to realize you too can be 10 times better. In Matthew 25, one guy doubled in productivity from 2 to 10, another one from 2 to 4, another one from 5 to 10. One had one said, that is all I have, that's all I've got. But that's not all you've got. All what you have is what you have, but you can multiply it. Deuteronomy 19 and verse 9. God said, I'm giving you 3 cities, but you can get 3 more. I believe that is the plan of God for your life, and I've taught you how to do that all through this month. If you miss any, go to our website, www.wordablazeonline.org, or my Facebook account, Albert Oduole 201, and make sure you get the ones you've missed. I talk about goals, setting goals. If you don't have goals, you are living like a goat. I talk about how you need to read. I talk about you need to watch your company. I talk about you need to grow in a balanced manner. I've taught you about to watch your health, how to watch your finances, a lot of things. Today, I want to add one more. This is very, very important. I'll say one now, then I'll say one later. This one I want to say to you is very, very important on your road to destiny and becoming 10 times better. You need to watch your personality. What is your personality? 2 things make up who you are: your nature, your nurture. Nature is what you are born with. Nature is how you are born. But there is another one called nurture. Nurture is how you are developed, your environment, people you company with. Both of them are equally important when your destiny is concerned. But a lot of people say, well, it's my nature, my temperament, for example. I'm sanguine, so I talk too much. I'm choleric, I'm hard on people. I'm a melancholy, I don't like to talk to people. And I'm always moody, like DL Moody. Or sometimes I'm a phlegmatic, I just don't want to talk to nobody. But listen, your temperament is given to enhance your destiny, not to become a barrier to your destiny. Somebody came to me one time and said, well, the reason why I'm not functioning well in my unit in church is because of my temperament. I'm a melancholy. I said, listen, what you're saying to me is that you don't plan one day to become the first lady of this country or the first lady of your state. Because you know what? No matter the temperament of the president of the United States of America, he's got to function normally. Everybody has temperament. You need to get over it. Because if you don't, it will debar you. You can work on your personality, learn to smile, learn to relate with people. If you do all this, the sky is not your limit. It's just a stepping stone to higher level. I'll be showing you my meetings in Chicago, Illinois, March this year. But listen, today is the roundup of all the meetings from Chicago. Stay hooked, watch this. Then I'll come back to teach you the last thing about how to be 10 times better, how to keep your mind. For example, there is a story here about a lady in church that everybody proposed to and nobody got a yes until one young man came and got a yes. And they said, how did you do it? The man said, it's not difficult. I discovered this lady likes big grammar, especially ones that end with Sean. And he said, so what I did was to compose a letter. And I wrote to her and said, Aisha, after due deliberation and consideration, I have an inclination to make you a relation. So if you meet me at the station with Pastor May's cooperation, we will form a combination that will increase the world's population. Yours in desperation, you know. So you've got to find out what language does this person speak. Gary Chapman is an expert when it comes to love languages. He said there are 5 of them. Number 1, giving gifts. Some people believe you love them when you give to them. Number 2, acts of service. Some people believe you love them when you serve them. Number 3, words of affirmation. Some people believe you love them when you affirm them, when you tell them you are the best in this world. You are the only brain in my skull and all that, you know. Number 4 is quality time. Some people believe you love them when you spend quality time with them. Number 5 is physical touch. Some people believe you love them when you touch them, especially ladies. That might be why every lady Jesus healed, he touched. Men, touch? He didn't. He told one, go and wash in the river. He told another, go to your friends, my friend. They don't go to meet your pastor, go to the priest. Actually, American psychologists said the lifespan of a woman is increased if she's consistently touched by somebody that she loves. Her lifespan is increased. Joyce Meyer said that in a meeting, and one woman stood up and turned to the husband. You see, you have been killing me. If you're going to work with somebody, you've got to find out what their love language is. Because the love language of your last pastor might not be the love language of this pastor. The love language, when I was to get married to my wife, I thought I knew women. Because my mom has 4 boys. And you know when you have 4 boys, your house will be very quiet. They won't break nothing. They won't eat much. Why are you laughing like that? But no matter what we do, when we tell my mom, you're the best mommy in the world, my mom's head, we just scatter and she, oh, darling. So I said, I know how to handle women. Then I got married to this fine babe. And I said, you see, you are the best in the world. She said, no, I don't think so. I said, your head should scatter. I said, not this one. It's not scattering. So it's God I've got to learn. Because that big grammar thing did not work for our robots trying to propose to Evelyn. Or I said to Evelyn, my huge, happy, hilarious heart is throbbing tumultuously, tremendously, triumphantly, with lingering, lasting, long-lived love for you. As I gaze into your bewildering, beauteous, beaming eyes, I'm literally lonesomely lost in a dazzling, delightful dream in which your fair, felicitious, fanciful face is ever present like a colossal, comprehensive constellation. Don't cram it. Will you be my sweet, smiling, soulful, satisfied spouse? To which Evelyn replied, listen, Ora, if you are trying to propose to me, say it in English. A lot of people are speaking grammar, but they're not speaking English. Law number 3 is a law of intimacy. Intimacy is from the word intimacy. Did you get that? Intimacy is the ability to sing to one another. And this one says intimacy is developed. If you pray, you pay, you play. Anybody you pray with, pay for, play with, you will develop intimacy with them. That's what Pastor May was trying to say. I met people before that told me I'll never marry black men. They are married to black men now. I'll never marry a Caucasian. They are married to Caucasians now. I'll never marry a pastor. They are first ladies of their churches now. Why? Because if you work too closely with somebody you say you won't marry, there's a likelihood you marry them. So if you hang out too much in the bar, so I can never marry any of these guys. Go find out from people that have done that before you. Invariably, they get to marry them. So you've got to know. That's why we say a family that prays together stays together. Intimacy will be developed if you pay for someone, if you play with somebody, and if you pray with somebody. Law number 4 is a law of appreciation. Law of appreciation says whatever you appreciate increases. Whatever you appreciate will increase. In fact, the word appreciate itself is increase. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you appreciate people, they do more. There are 2 ways to get children to do things. Number 1, you can do the hard black man thing. Your father. If you have to say that to anybody, you've lost the authority because you have to introduce yourself as a father. I'm the head of this house. No, if you have to remind yourself, there is a problem somewhere already. But there's a way to do it, by encouraging, by appreciating. You want your wife to cook that kind of a meal again, talk about it for 3 days. Appreciate. Somebody ate food, an African man started tapping his tummy. The pastor said, you are tapping the wrong place. Tap the woman, not your tummy. Appreciation. Appreciation is shown in you saying thanks, saying I'm sorry, saying excuse me. And that is very important. Law number 5 is the law of sharing. Law of sharing says you can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. For God so loved the world, he gave. If there is love, giving comes automatically with love. Have you seen kids before? They're chewing the gum, but because they love you, they take it out and say, take. And if you don't take it, there will be trouble. You know, love shares. John 3:16, for God so loved, he gave. If you love, you give. It's automatic. You give. You give your time. You give your space. Hello? It's not only about money. You give. Law number 6, the law of trust. The law of trust is one of the most vital law in every relationship. The law of trust says that love is a gift, but trust must be earned. Can I say that again? Love is a gift, but trust, you must earn trust. Trust is not a gift. There are 3 words that sound similar: love, forgiveness, trust, but they are different. I wrote here, I said one thing about Forgiveness is like can come in an instant if you love somebody. But trust takes time and truth. What do I mean by that? If I love this chair, I love it so much, I came in, sat on it, it fell me down. I still love it, I'll forgive. But when I come in next time, I'll check it before I sit on it. A lot of people say, well, we're Christians. I gave him my money to help me get stuff. He spent it, but, I've forgiven him, so I give him another. No, forgive. But look for somebody else to give you money. Because some people cannot differentiate between forgiveness and trust. Forgiveness does not mean you give the next time. Not at all. Are you getting what I'm saying? He tried to kiss you on the first date. Forgive. But make sure next time somebody is with you. Hello? Okay, I'll go there tomorrow. Law number 7, the law of multiple results. The law of multiple results is any association that does not lead to multiplication leads to subtraction. Any association, if it's not adding to you, it's removing from you. Any association. The Bible made us to realize Deuteronomy 32 verse 30. It said one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. But it's very funny now. This one was chasing 1,000. Then they got into relationship, and the two of them are now chasing 500. That is a problem. There are 3 kinds of men. Should I go there tonight? It's a foretaste. Three kinds of men. Number one, there are farmers. Number two, hunters. Number three, scavengers. Should I start? Scavengers come to church like a normal scavenger. Scavenger preys on animals that are weak and about to die. Scavengers don't want to do any work. So when scavengers come to church, they're looking in the choir for that girl that is weak. They're looking around church for that person that does not have good self-esteem. Scavenger prays. And they're smooth. And once they get you, they beat you down the more. And me as a pastor, I've learned to know a lady is in a wrong relationship if she does not blossom after the relationship has started. And as a pastor, I've learned to be as choleric as Reverend K sometimes and say, come here, this is not God. So how do you know if it's God, you should be better, not worse? You used to be very good in the choir. We can say in the choir again, scavengers taking over. Then there are hunters. Hunters are smooth, man. They are patient. They come to church to hunt. They look for that lady in the choir that has the best of voice. And they're like, man, I'm going to take her. And one thing about hunters is that their hands are smooth. Their eyes are clear. They know what they're looking for and they're going to go for it. And hunters are patient. But the problem with hunters is they don't multiply. Once they remove from the stock. Then they hang the game in their sitting room for everybody to see I'm the one that got her. Most of the time, hunters are intimidated. So they take you from the choir, but they make sure you don't go back there. Because they say, while you're singing, I don't like the way other guys look at you. Those are hunters. But there are farmers. Farmers will look for the seed. And they plant it and make sure that it becomes fruitful. Blessed art thou if you enter into the hand of a farmer. But the problem with farmers is that their hands are crude. They are not very smooth. I told them in my church, I said, make sure you marry a farmer by all means. Then one lady said, Reverend, can I say something? I said, yeah. He said, help us to tell farmers to learn some from hunters. The way you laugh, show me you are thinking the same. I said, okay, we'll try. But by any means, if you still find a farmer, even if the hand is crude, go for a farmer. This is how I know when somebody gets into the hand of a farmer, all of a sudden people are asking me, Reverend, is that girl, has she always been in this church? I say, yes, she's different somehow. Yeah, somebody is watering her. A farmer is working on her. Multiplied results. So relationship must lead to multiplication. Law number 8, the law of corporate destiny. It states that the destiny of men is linked. That's how God did it. God is very interesting. Put the destiny of Elisha in Elijah, the destiny of Saul in Samuel, the destiny of Paul was in Barnabas. God is very interesting, but sometimes if we just take the destiny of men, there are some men you need to meet up with them for you to go up. There are some people you just need to meet in life for your destiny to be unlocked. There are just some people, and when you meet people like that, stay hooked to them. Proverbs 27:10, it says, never abandon a friend, either yours or your father's, or else you have to go to a distant relative for help in time of need. And that law number 8 leads me to law number 9, the law of conflict resolution. The law of conflict resolution said it's better for us to resolve the situation than dissolve the relationship. Let's resolve and not dissolve. Conflict resolution. When we work together in destiny, we will offend one another. Jesus Christ said offenses must come. But how do we resolve? One of the things I've learned to do is when people come to me for marital counseling, I ask them, have you people fought before? If they say no, I'll tell them, go. You are not ready yet. Reverend, you want us to be fighting? Not to be fighting, but you'll fight. Oh, yeah. You know something about marriage? I'm going to tell you tomorrow. You are very spiritual now. It's because you are not married. When you are married, one day, one anger we came from it. You say, was this here before? The Bible says it's only love that covers a multitude of sins. But I'm sure he's talking about marriage because there is no other relationship that has multitude of sins. If you are my neighbor, I'll just change house. Or call police. Does that not make sense? If it's work, I'll resign and get another job. But it's only marriage that is multitude of sins. When they asked Jesus, how often must my friend offend me? He says 70 times 7 in one day. You think that's not possible? Get married. The married are laughing. The singles are like, no, he loves me. So I'm interested not in your fighting, but in knowing how you resolve before you even marry. That's a very interesting story. A man and his wife always fighting. They disturb pastor every time. Family members, they settle quarrel 364 out of 365 days in a year. One year, the pastor got mad and said, I'm not coming this year, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a box, husband, wife. So if you offend one another, write it down, put it in the other's box. So lady, this is your husband's box. If your husband offends you, write it down, put it in his box. And man, if your wife offends you, write it down, put it in our box. End of the year, we'll come together and we're going to open the box and know who's been causing trouble. At the end of that year, they came together. I mean, everybody was there. So yeah, so they said, man, go and bring your wife's box. Woman said, no, ladies first. They said, oh, that's right. Ladies first, go and bring your husband's box. She said, no, it's too heavy for me to carry alone. I'll need help. Of course, everybody looked at the man, shook this man. So they carried it. February 9, he said, do I want to hit barbecue? Didn't answer, didn't ask me again. February 19, he said, I love you quickly and walked away. Did not even look into my eyes and, also. By the end of the day, they spent 10 hours. They were tired and fucked up. They said, husband, I'm sorry, we can't do your wife's own today. Oh, he said, no, let's do it. He said, no. He said, no, it's not going to take time. So they went, they pick it, open it. There was nothing there. They said, are you trying to say your wife did not offend you at all throughout this year? He said, well, if she did, I can't remember. Are you trying to say I'm the problem in this house? He said, you are the problem. No, he's not saying we are seeing. Welcome back to Get Inspired with me, Albert Femi Oduwole. We've had some wonderful time this month Today is the last Sunday of the month. We've talked about how to be 10 times better. I've shown you my mirrors in Chicago, Illinois. Don't forget, God wants you to be 10 times better. Daniel 1:20, they found them to be 10 times better. God said, my plan for you. Do I give you 3 cities? In Deuteronomy 99, you can get 30 more. He said, Matthew 25, one got 1 talent. He thought that's all he could get. But the one with 2, turn it to 4. The one with 5, turn it to 10. And that is very, very important. But before we go, let me give you number 10 point. If you miss any, go to our website, go to my Facebook account and download the ones you have missed. You can download, you can listen, you can watch, you can tag your friends and share, let it go viral. It's your property. You can do whatever you want with it. Number 10, guide your mind. Guide your mind. The Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, protect your mind with all diligence. Out of it are the issues that control life. The Bible made us to realize that your mind is powerful. Your heart, your heart, your heart, your heart. Guide your heart with all diligence. It's your duty to protect it. The heart of a man, natural, corresponds to the one in the spirit. And you know somebody, your natural heart is in the center of your body. That's how your spiritual heart is in the center of your life. Your natural heart is the size of your fist. That is how your spiritual heart also dictates how much you can handle. Number 3, your natural heart is the most protected part of your inner organ with all the vertebra and all that. That's how you need to protect your heart. Is very important. Is your duty to do. Garbage in, garbage out. You put garbage into your heart, garbage comes out of it. You put good into it. Jesus says something very important. He said, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart will bring forth good things. Put good things in your heart and you'll discover that good things will come out. I love you more than you can imagine. I love you more than words can tell. And I know that you've enjoyed yourself this month. But next month is loaded. We are having our 15th anniversary as a church Explorer Faith Conference. And guess what? Reverend Victor and Jumoke Adeyemi, they are storming Ibadan for the weekend. Don't miss it for anything in this world. It's still a secret. Don't tell anybody. Next month, I'll tell you more about that. I pray that next month will be the greatest month of your life this year. That your path will grow better and better, brighter and brighter. That you have a testimony. I love you, but don't forget, stay inspired, lest you aspire. God bless you.